everyone, welcome back to another SweetiClub Podcast highlights. If you're new here, we welcome you, and today we'll be doing a movie review of a good movie, no matter who says it, of Prince of Egypt. Probably wait until a few more people come round because we've only got 3 people here.
I mean, there could be, it could be a worse selection of 3 people, I guess.
What?
You make it sound like we're the Bad News Bears goes to Japan over here, just the weakest out of the bunch.
No, I just figured, more people means, more opinions on the movie, what they thought of it.
Well, I mean, we've got 2...
Oh, okay, I get it. Our opinions don't matter to you.
No, no. What I'm trying to say is a lot more people. Every single person has a different opinion on a specific thing. Well, everyone's opinion. Oh God, that's why.
No.
What? She said it. I'm just making sure.
I'm saying that your opinions do matter.
I know.
Oh my lord. Ash, you did not need to go there.
I mean, I think we can all agree I did.
He did.
Oh god.
Alright, so, might as well start with the movie. And I know what Pork is gonna say, and I'm just gonna be like, I do not hold responsibility for what Pork Soda is gonna say during this podcast. I have no control over this whatsoever. Alright, so the Prince of Egypt, by far, the best movie, 2D animation movie, after Josh on the Promised Land. That is a massive improvement from that.
Also, and I think we can all agree on this, the single greatest example of why drugs will never be as good as they were in the Bible days. Hey, Joseph smoked one burning bush and parted the Red Sea.
What?
Okay, you know what?
I mean, not Joseph, Moses.
Yeah,
I got it confused with Joseph, King of Dreams, for a second. Same animation studio.
I was about to say, Joseph, was that his first name or something? Have we been calling him Moses as a nickname or something?
No, just Moses. He's thinking of the movie after Prince of Egypt. It's called Joseph, King of Dreams. It's a good movie. I haven't seen that. I would love to see that. But we'll be doing Christmas ones next because it's near Christmas. Hey!
So, Az, it's your turn for the opinion.
I mean, did I not just give it? It's a great movie. It's a great movie. The animation's absolutely amazing. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's just another Christian flick.
But they do it so well.
They do. That's not to say it's a bad quality or poor taste Christian flick. It's amazing at the end of the day, no matter what anyone says. I realize I set that up for a but there is no but. It's an amazing movie.
Yeah, so, Paul, your opinion?
Yeah. Oh, I don't have one.
Oh, God.
It's the worst movie ever made. All right, there. I said it.
Oh, you...
For those of you angry at his review and his opinions, I will be dossing him and releasing his personal information and address online in the next few days.
Oh god, I could just see the comments now of all their hate towards Pork Soda, like saying, "How dare you say about the movie? It's the best movie ever." Blah 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 blah. We're gonna get hit with so many like angry comments
You're
aimed at
seeing negative
Pork.
comments. I'm seeing burning crosses.
Oh God!
Oh my god.
I really do not get why so many people like the movie. I honestly don't.
Because for a lot of people, it was their introduction to serious animation. Like, for me, it was the first animated movie I had ever seen. Up until then, I had only seen, like, Titanic, What Dreams May Come, shit like that.
Yeah, for me, it was like the first introduction for like DreamWorks animated movies, because like I seen like like the original Walt Disney, like the first one I ever saw was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and that got me hooked. And then the first one I saw from DreamWorks was Prince of Egypt, and then they progressed to more and more like World to Eldorado and a whole bunch of other stuff as well. And now they're not going to be doing any more 2D animation from DreamWorks, which is really sad.
I'd say that is a really, really bad introduction to DreamWorks.
I mean, what, in your opinion, would be a better introduction to DreamWorks? Shrek?
No.
Shrek wasn't invented back then.
Shrek.
Yeah.
I haven't actually seen Shrek, but I don't like all the memes about it, so thus I immediately don't like the movie because one opinion immediately transfers it to the other. It's a BS reason, and I know that, but I'm still going to run by it because I don't like to be wrong.
Oh, I could just see all the comments now where people like, this is a great movie, and here are 10 reasons why. Oh, please, if we do that in the comments, I would gladly copy them and post them directly to Pork Soda. Just be like, here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, this goes on and on and on.
I'll still stand by my opinion.
I respect your opinion, and you're allowed to have it, but it's wrong.
Yeah.
Yes. How can an opinion be wrong when there's no right answer on it?
Because it's not mine, obviously.
Every
I mean,
opinion is wrong, but
now you're
yours.
just asking stupid questions, Pork.
And you're saying stupid statements, but you don't see me saying anything about it.
How is anything that I'm saying stupid?
It's coming from your mouth.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Was that supposed to hurt? I'm not feeling it.
It wasn't supposed to hurt.
Yeah, I think like for the movie that's like over 22 years old, it's aged really well. Like,
Holy shit, it's over 22 years old.
yes.
Way to make me feel old.
How do you make I feel? Yeah, for a movie.
I don't know. I don't know how old you are.
Says the two adults in the room. Meanwhile, I'm just over here laughing.
Yeah, I was like, when I found out how old that movie actually was, I was like, oh god, I feel old. But then I remember, like, Legend of Zelda was out before I was born, and I'm like, okay, I feel better. I know something that I love that's older than me.
But then you remember that The Legend of Zelda that everyone remembers, Ocarina of Time, was released when you were 4 years old.
Yeah, but it's still older than me, so I'm like, ugh, I feel better.
You might cut that out. I'll say that later.
Alright, so yeah, yeah, the movie has aged really well and hasn't dulled down in those years. It's still like, it's like one of those movies, like, I know like some animated movies, as it ages, it doesn't do very well. due to today's standard animations, but that movie managed to hold on for its age.
That movie set standards for today's animation. What are you talking about?
You know what I mean? Is like for today's standards, when you look at like something like like a very old, like say a Betty Boop
It's
or
kind of like
it's kind of like watching the original Mickey Mouse shorts, and you look at it today, and it does look a bit weird because Mickey Mouse design was different from what he looks like now.
Yeah, back when he was still, God, what was it, Steamboat Willie?
Yeah, and stuff like that. You look at that, and you can agree that now in today's standards, it doesn't look quite right. I mean, like maybe like people feel like the animation is really good and such, and I do agree. But it's like you got so used to how that character looks now that when you look back at what he originally looked like, it's kind of like what? It's hard to comprehend that that's what they used to look like, or like the original Pokemon games. They were all like little 8-bit characters and all pixelated and such, and now today's ones is like all graphical and you can get them on your phone and they're much more clear and crisp. And when you go back to the original one, which is of course like red and blue, and you look at the Pokemon back then, you're like, what the heck?
it's kind of like Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time, and dare I say it, Mario 64 graphics, where they were amazing at that time period. To me personally, they still look cool because of how realistic everything is now. But most people that I know of, anyway, would look back on and say, "They looked crappy."
Yeah, it's because like.
Well, that's when you kindly and respectfully go up to those people, look them in the eyes, and say, "I respect your opinion, and you're allowed to have it." And then you punch them in the fucking throat. And then you laugh as they sit there choking because you punched them in the throat.
What?
Jesus, as
Oh my.
Hey, they made the decision. They can take the consequences. They want to say big boy things. They can take the big boy consequence.
You say you respect other people's opinions, yet you also punch them in the throat and say that their opinion is incorrect.
I absolutely respect their opinion and their right to have it. But they need to respect my reaction to it.
Oh.
There's only one way to respect a violent reaction. Sit there and take it.
Or do
or a negative way is to react violence with violence.
I mean, they can try, but they're already on the ground choking because I've punched them in the throat. What are they going to do?
That is true.
Get back up and get punched in the throat again?
I think the most logical thing I would do is
gonna
probably
kick you in the
try. If I
balls.
saw it coming, I would probably duck to avoid it.
That's when you kick them in the throat.
No, they're not kicking in the nuts. Look, depends on how tall they are.
What if they somehow managed to dodge a kick?
Well, I mean, if they can dodge a kick, they can dodge a ball, so.
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Thank you for picking up on that absolutely in no way obscure reference.
Yeah. Well, hey Pork, what part of the movie would you say you're like, that was actually in your like say okay.
What part did you like?
Yeah. Or you thought that was okay.
When literally everyone got swept up in the ocean when it came back together.
Oh, when there's a theory going on that God sends that flame tornado away, as a test for Ramesses, if he will leave them and go home, or if he would go in and chase after them. And if he went after them, then he failed God's test, which he did. And then God was like, "Here's your punishment," and makes the sea collapse in on itself and just kills all his men and kicks him out. Like, you will live, but you're now all alone. This is your punishment.
Well, actually, no. He won't live because he'll end up starving to death.
That is true, but it's like God was like,
Not too merciful now, are you, Yahweh?
It's like this is your test. He set a test for him. He could have just like left, and he would have had like his men there who would have like helped him out, like get stuff and all that jazz, and he would have lived in peace. But nope, he decided to be like, I'm gonna still kill every single one of them. Sort of like a forgive and forget trial that was.
That is the only good part of the movie.
I don't think he got the memo.
No, I don't. I think my favorite part, because it was done so well, was like after Ramesses told Moses that his people are free to go, he walks out and he just breaks down and cries. And you never see a person that has been like so positive, so like helpful, break down like that into absolute tears, because he got what he wanted, but the cost was so great that you feel like, was it actually worth all those innocent firstborn kids? And it's just like, wow, you just feel the weight on like Moses' shoulders just for him to break down like that. You just feel like, whoa.
It wasn't even his decision to make, though.
It was not, but he felt responsible for it. It's that feeling of, oh God, all those poor. It's like it's hard to explain. It's like, say, you warn your best friend that something really, really bad is gonna happen. They don't listen. Something bad happens. You feel it's still your responsibility. It's your fault. It's somehow you blame yourself, and it crashes down on you. Even after you get what you want, the realization of all those parents crying, children, firstborn kids are all dead and all stars. All the families lost their child. It's like all that weight hits you hard and you break down into tears. And that reaction, that's like a perfect reaction to how to express what happened, and it hit him like a ton of bricks. It's just like, you just collapse and like, oh God, what have I done?
To me personally, if you're just there to send a message but you have nothing to do with the actual action, then whatever happens just kind of happens. You try to warn them, you try to get them to understand that this will happen if you do not do this, but they still just didn't do it. So it's not my fault. I'm not gonna feel guilty about it.
Yeah, but it's like one of those things where even though you're not at fault, you like self-consciously or unintentionally blame yourself for something you did nothing wrong.
My biggest and really only gripe with the movie, and I've already made this known amongst the podcast members, is that, like, God, how do I say this? They've proven, without a shadow of a doubt, that there were no Jewish slaves in Egypt.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, most...
And I understand that for the context of the movie, they need to explore it like there were, but my biggest gripe is looking at it from the perspective of there were no Jewish slaves in Egypt. if you're a pharaoh, just sitting on your throne, minding your business, and your brother, who you thought was dead, comes in after being lost in the desert, for all you know, for months, if not years.
Oh, it's a years.
Yeah, for years. And he just stumbles into the palace and starts saying, brother, yo, dude, bro, big bro, all these people working for us, dude, they're slaves. They're slaves and we gotta let them go. And you, the pharaoh, knowing that your workers are not slaves, but highly paid and highly respected craftsmen who are going to be worshipped, if not as much, then paramount to as much as you will be when they finally die and get entombed with you. And you're looking at your, now you can only assume, batshit insane, long lost brother, like, what the hell are you talking about? I can't let them go. They're not slaves. How do I let someone go? I don't own them. If you look at the movie from that light, it takes on an entirely different meaning.
Poor guy was just trying to get his workers back before the population had to make up for it.
Poor guy was trying to protect people from his crazy brother.
Yeah, and I mean, he has no firstborn. Nobody has any more firstborns, so it's gonna be at least. It's gonna be full years before.
And that's another thing. Not to go into like blasphemous territory or anything. And I know it's not what the movie depicted, but can you imagine if it really was just one guy and there was no supernatural element to it? This one dude went through all of Egypt and slaughtered everyone's firstborn child because he didn't get his way.
Jesus.
I'd rather not think about that. Because then he'd be just a creepy masochist who would actually kill anyone.
Yeah, it completely destroys the movie when you look at it like that.
I'd rather not.
But see, here's the thing, though. The Bible does not play by historical facts. It just doesn't.
It does not. I do agree. It's like the story of Noah. 40 days and 40 nights with 2 of every animal across the world. Can you imagine is like how do they stop predator animals eating prey? How do they stop?
Not just that, but there's like, even at that time, there was something like 18.3 billion different species on the planet, so there was no way 2 of all of that was going to fit on any kind of boat.
Nope.
You would literally have to build a boat this size of the Earth.
Yeah.
Maybe a little smaller.
I love how I said you can't fit that on a boat, and you essentially just said, what about a really big boat? Like, yeah, sure, I guess a really big boat could theoretically hold it.
Yeah, but not the marine life that requires to live in the ocean. But they're never really
obviously they're not invited on the boat. They're gonna survive no matter what.
Yeah, because they live in the water and the flood. So yeah, that.
And let us not forget, it's a really big boat.
With only 2 people on it.
Yeah, on, 2 people and all of these hungry... No, I'm never letting you live this down. We're going to have fucking podcast merch, t-shirts that just say, a really big boat. Passenger of a really big boat.
It was a point. It was a point.
Was it?
It was.
Was it?
It was, though. Oh,
I mean, under that logic, I guess it could also be a point, this brick wall didn't fall down because I punched it. If I punch it really hard... Which, if you want to go through life punching brick walls as hard as you can, more power to you. I don't have to pay those medical bills. You do.
Oh, God, like SweetiClub. What if we have a bigger boat? Merch.
Come on, it was a point. It was a point, alright?
You realize that every problem that arises in our podcast from now on, my go-to resolution is just going to be a really big boat.
No. It was a point. You know it's a fair point.
Oh, I'm gonna make a subtitle. It's like a SweetiClub Podcast highlights with the agents. What if we
A
had
really
bigger
big boat.
A really big boat.
No. Why has this spawned out of me just saying something?
Because you had to say it.
It's the same with the Becky. Once it started, you can't stop it.
In summation, welcome to the internet, jackass.
Oh gosh. Oh, speaking of internet, I'm gonna try and see if I can get. I really am hoping that I tweeted Ashley about a request, and I'm like, if they do that, I want to react to it on here, so I can be like, why, why? I haven't seen the new Honeycast yet. I wanna.
As you were being unfair to me, I demand you cease and desist.
I am offended, sir. I am unfair to everyone. How dare you think you are special?
I am special.
Look, I wasn't gonna bring up your handicap, but shit, I'm sorry. Is that not politically correct to say anymore?
No.
Did I offend someone?
No, please, who cares about political correctness?
Not me, and not 90% of the people who wrote and acted on BoJack Horseman. So, you know, if it was good enough for them.
Definitely not me either.
Alright, you might as well make a quick announcement. We will be doing like a Merry Club, which is pretty much like our Spooky Club for Christmas live stream. We'd be doing another live stream. Haven't done that since October, so that'd be nice.
And I already know our first holiday movie review.
Movie.
As you are being extremely dumb right now.
As speaks, take two. I already know what our first holiday movie review is going to be. It's going to be Santa Claus is Coming on Mom, starring Pamela Anderson.
Is that the bad
movie? You know what? I would not mind watching that.
You are not allowed to watch it. It is 18 and up.
Oh, so it's going to be a SweetiClub.
It will be hosted in my private quarters.
Oh.
You are encouraged to bring your own oil.
Oh God.
There will be a communal jar of oil, but you are encouraged to bring your own.
Becky's gonna be there. I can already tell.
Who do you think is going to apply the oil?
Oh.
Okay, enough of that. I think I'm killing Becky.
Well, obviously she has her own oil she's gonna use on you.
I find coconut and olive usually give the best results and don't leave a lasting odor the next day. We're talking about cooking, right? We're talking about frying food? That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, that's what you were just talking about bringing your own oil to an 18+ movie.
Yeah, for all the fried finger foods. You ever had a deep fried Oreo? Well, I can't finish that sentence. I can't finish that sentence.
Oh god, can you actually imagine us doing like a Sweetie Club after dark, like a plus 18 only?
Yes, I have already written up scripts and planned out podcast episodes for it.
Please, no. I
Alright,
like being a part of these. I don't want to be cut out.
well, we only do like.
I mean, only like 3 or 4 people would even be allowed in the After Dark ones anyway. So it's obviously going to wait until we get more adult.
Yeah.
Please let that be 4 years in the future.
You know,
Well, technically, in about 5 years, as this product thing will be going.
hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully.
And also the part where you, when as stated that you were 4 years old when Ocarina of Time came out, because simple math can deduct your age really quickly.
I was 4 years old when Ocarina came out. It came out in 99.
It came out in 98.
Came out in 98? Oh, I was 3.
You fool.
Little.
You fool. This fool. This fool.
And to correct your little gif there, Pork, you're not going to need a bigger boat. You're going to need a really big boat.
Shut up.
Oh god. Okay. Well,
I'm gonna get together with Forrest tonight and design a really big boat thing.
Please, God, no.
You have no one to blame but yourself.
I will DM Force and plead with her not to negotiate anything.
And
with
I
you.
mean, I guess you could also blame me, but I'll deny it till the day I die.
It was a fair point, and you know it.
Yeah, he turned a fair point into his advantage, and now it's a slogan for life.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. No.
It doesn't matter if it was a fair point now. What matters is it was said.
My cheeks hurt.
Oh god.
Good.
I'm just like picturing it now. Like our slogan's gonna be Sweetie Club. What if we had a bigger boat?
Sweetie Club, we got a really big boat.
Yeah. Oh, guys, speaking of, we're gonna be doing like playing some games. Don't know what of yet. But it would be fun to like play with the podcast members some games and such. And maybe like have a Among Us hide and seek. That would be funny. That way we can keep our mics on. Because I don't know how you turn them off while you're on full screen on your computer. What sort of games would we be playing?
I would love to do like a Sweetie Guild or something where we find an MMO where all of us could play.
Ah, like
and hijinks ensue.
That would be cool. I need to find like some MMORPG games. See if I can find any that we can all play like on computers and such. Because I do have like, I think I have an Xbox thing on my laptop, but I can't.
If we all had the Xbox app, I could set up parties and we could stream console games through Twitch.
Yeah. Well, I can.
Which would be good for like.
I was saying, oh yeah, I can get the Xbox app from mine. I did not have it. The only game I cannot play is Minecraft. It really badly hits my motion sickness. Some games I literally can't play because it really badly triggers my motion sickness. Don't ask why, but it does. It's like Minecraft, even if I watch like a video of it on YouTube, within 5 seconds of it opening, I go, ugh, and I have to close it down. If it's like an animated of it, then I'm fine with it because the camera's not moving around, and I'm like, ugh. Even talking about it makes me go, ugh. Yeah, really, there are some games where I do get motion sick if I watch it, but if I play it, I'm perfectly fine. It's weird, but I'm just like, I hate having motion sickness for certain games.
Yeah. I've never had a problem with motion sickness in games, but I do get car sick really easy.
I used to get car sick when I was a kid. As I grew up, I outgrew it because like I used to listen to music while on like really long journeys and such, and that would really help. And unless it's like a really like say I'm on a very stuffy bus that like a coach or something that's going someplace very very far away, then yeah, then it would badly trigger my travel sickness. And then if I get out for fresh air, then I'd be like out there like a dog that's been leased out off their lead, like gone. Like, air. My Pork is unable to talk right now because he's taking out his dog.
I guess I could go on one of my by now trademark rant.
Yeah, go for it.
So, as many of you listening and present may not know, I am an avid gamer. I play Destiny 2 very regularly. And it recently got the Beyond Light update. I pre-ordered it, and the campaign for it was absolutely amazing. Stasis, bullshit in PvP, but the story was awesome. And as part of the new update in the new DLC, they released a new raid, Deepstone Crypt, or Castalia Macula. And this bullshit, my clan set up an entire thing. We streamed on the release date for this fucking raid. Day one, had no idea what to do. We were going through figuring out the mechanics. Took us 8.5 fucking hours to figure out the first encounter. There are 7 encounters in this raid.
8.5 hours. Holy
That was a week ago.
Oh.
We tried it again last night and completed the first encounter in just under 30 minutes. Hold your applause. I know that is an absolutely amazing turnaround and improvement.
Yeah, you might be a record by 8 hours.
small problem is we then spent another 11 fucking hours yesterday trying to figure out the second encounter, which we still have not figured out.
11 hours! Holy crap, I hope you took breaks.
I mean, we took like bathroom breaks and stuff like that. We got up, we made sure we didn't get any clots in our legs, walked around every 2 hours. We did it smart. But the thing is, 11.5 fucking hours. And to put it into perspective, the last raid we ran blind, without, as Destiny players call it, a raid Sherpa, we completed it in 2 hours and 45 minutes. Without any idea of what the fuck we were doing. Our fastest raid clear, we set a world record. We have a 15-minute raid clear from one of the Season 2 raids. But the Castalia Macula, the Deepstone Crypt, oh my fucking god. There are not words to describe how absolutely infuriating this bullshit is. Let me describe to you just what the first encounter was. It's basically a maze, right? And saying it like that doesn't sound too bad. Maze, you gotta find out where to go. Wrong turns probably hurt or kill you, naturally. Only, it's an open world maze where you're lost in a fucking snowstorm. And you're slowly freezing to death, hopping from fire to fire. There are only 4 fires, And if you fuck up, you die, and your entire raid group goes back to the last checkpoint, which for us is the beginning of the fucking raid.
Oh
Oh.
no! Oh
Oh. Oh. Oof.
8 hours. Driving, running, jumping, fucking trying to glitch, which we did find the only saving grace of that entire wasted day was that we found this really useful glitch that now that I'm saying it on a podcast on YouTube is going to get patched out immediately, in which case we are never going to be able to clear the first encounter again.
Well, there are some games that have known glitches that are still there.
Yeah, I found
Well,
Jurassic Park one.
I just hope to God they don't take this glitch out. So essentially, you have vehicles that you can summon in Destiny 2 called Sparrows. They're like little hover bikes with jet engines and shit. They're awesome. And there's a glitch where if you park your Sparrow just outside of the bubble at one of the bonfires, to where you're getting affected by the frostbite, which is what slowly kills you, and then jump off, hop in the bubble until you get shielded by the fire and look at your Sparrow, you can hop back on it while protected, and it glitches you into being immortal from the cold. We found that shit out in 30 minutes. Dying was not our problem in this encounter.
It was trying to escape the maze.
It was trying to figure out where the fuck to go, because the moment, or I should put, dying from frostbite wasn't our problem in the raid, because you're not just on a flat, level field lost in a snowstorm. You are among giant icebergs and sheer fucking drops into the abyss of fucking nowhere. I need to stop with all the profanity. I'm sorry, but it's just
It's
that
alright.
it's that triggering.
It's hilarious, dude.
But yeah, one moment we'd be going straight on a path we'd already thought we'd scoped out regularly, or at least to an extent where we could navigate it safely. The next thing you know, just you'd hear the guy up front, "Holy shit!" and then he explodes because he fell into the abyss of nothing.
Oh god, can you actually
And you'd know you were about to get another 30, 45 minutes of progress reset
when
because
someone yells,
Undead Chomper wasn't paying attention to where he was driving.
Can you actually imagine if we do that on the podcast? I mean, you play that game and one of us goes, "Holy shit!" and we're like,
That's one of
be
the main
funny.
things I want to do. Like, I want the podcast to get into an MMO or something like Destiny with raids and group activities like that, just to see how long it takes us to figure it out. Because no offense to anyone in particular, but collectively, SweetiClub's as bright as a sack of busted light bulbs.
Hey, I mean, like, I played Legend of
indeed.
Zelda, and that has, like, complicated puzzles.
Well, yeah, but it also has walkthrough.
Well, okay, saying that.
No,
as
I
who is
played
the
Legend of
writer?
Zelda blindfolded. The only time I would actually look up, like, say,
Now, yeah, I will
walkthrough.
agree to that. Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask was a little bit before walkthroughs were mainstream. I had to do that shit blind. I know how smart you gotta be to beat a Zelda game. So, like I said, that's not to any one person in particular, because the members individually, a lot of us are really fucking smart. But collectively, mob mentality and whatnot. Plus, I will absolutely admit to the fact that I will sabotage the absolute living hell out of us.
It's like, say, if I find, like, I'm like, oh, we gotta go here, follow me, and you're like, I should go this way. I'm like, no, where are you going? That'd be hilarious.
I'll just be So then, who's the brightest out of all of us?
It depends.
I'm really book smart.
I wish I was book smart, but because of my dyslexia, well, you know.
Becky is smart in the sense of just like knowing what to say. Wording, I guess, is how I should put it. Wording.
Becky's got a lot of common sense.
Yeah, unlike me, who has no sense in anything whatsoever.
Well, I mean,
Seriously,
you have pretty good hindsight. I mean, you're real good at recognizing you done goofed after you done goofed.
Basically, I'm aware. Congratulations, I have basic human awareness.
I was trying to be nice about it.
He was.
Seriously though, I'm as is Becky is the leader, obviously. As is arguably the smartest. And then however the hell the list goes.
I'd say ours is definitely smart like that, and I can say for sure that I am smart like in games and such. It's like if I figure out something like ooh, and then everyone's like, when I tell them that, they're like, how did I not see that? Or they're like, how the hell did you figure it out? And I'm just like, I just did.
You'd be good at Doom games. Because they have a ton of secrets and discoverable objects.
It's because, like, when you're playing Zelda, there's, like, all these little hidden things that you have to try and find. So you're, like, searching you have to, like, search everywhere for, like, find a treasure chest or, like, some place to find a map.
Oh, you know what? I could, and I need to preface this, I will find a legal ROM and emulator, and I'll see if we can't do a fucking Zelda stream.
Oh, hell yeah.
That would be awesome.
Oh, we gotta find out which one.
You know, it just kind of struck me. As I know you tried to compliment me, but you actually kind of insulted me by saying that I was smart in the sense of having something that is very common within humans.
Oh,
Basically,
no,
the only way
I'm
that
sorry.
smart,
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Yeah, I didn't mean for the miscommunication. That was a thinly veiled insult. I knew exactly what I was saying. Sorry you didn't catch on to that.
Yeah, basically, I'm only smart. Basically, I'm literally only smart in one of the most common things possible, and even then, it's not even something that anyone can
You have very good hindsight.
Well, there are some
Just
people...
leave it at that.
I don't understand what that means, but screw you too.
There are some like people who make a mistake, but they don't realize they make a mistake, and they continue making the exact same mistake. It's not until like
you realize your
out.
mistakes. You have to make them at least once, but you realize your mistakes.
Yeah, there are some people that make the same continuous mistake until someone points out, like, "Oh, hey, you've been doing this mistake," and they'll be like, "Oh."
Not in a serious, like, fucked up emotional sense, but I had a friend who actually did that. My favorite joke with her was, dude, you have two options. One of them is wrong. Why do you keep choosing it?
Hindsight, understanding of a situation or event only after it has happened or developed.
Did you just Google the fucking definition of hindsight?
Yes.
I take back every thinly veiled insult. They are going to be completely unveiled from now on.
He's like, I need to know what that word means. And now he's trying to think like, oh, I did this, so
Didn't even try to hide it. Just flat out reads verbatim the fucking Google definition. Fucking Merriam-Webster over here.
I can't breathe. Oh, help me. My stomach hurts, my cheeks hurt. I'm smiling too much.
You heard it from him. Help me! My cheek and stomach hurts.
Basically, I can only understand an event after it's happened. What the hell, Az?
Even I know that.
I mean, were you hit in the head as a child by a really big boat?
Oh god, someone make that a meme! Someone make this a meme! Make it a meme!
You are a bully. You are a literal bully.
Yeah, but I'm the best kind of bully. I'm the bully who is completely self-aware and only does it for the comedic value. And the day you stop laughing, I'll stop being a bully.
What? What? Everything.
Exactly.
I think
Don't mind that.
I mean,
I think Paul preferred it when everyone was like saying "Oh Becky" instead of him like as taking his joke every single 5-10 minutes. Like, did you get hit by a big boat?
Pork also probably preferred it when gas was only 85 cents a gallon.
Oh my god, you
What? The question shouldn't be, why am I so mean? The question is, why do you keep walking into it? I mean, you could just shut the door.
It's
the same reason why I keep on walking into an "Oh Becky." It's because that we're
I'm
unaware.
young, leave me alone. Just because I'm young doesn't mean that I'm immature or dumb, even though I'm both of those things.
You're right. The fact that you're young doesn't mean you're immature and dumb. The fact that you're dumb and immature means that you're immature and dumb. How foolish of me.
Why are you being so mean to me this particular episode?
That wasn't even being mean. I was just repeating what you said. You were being mean to yourself.
Be dumb and agreed with what I said.
He just reversed the words.
Exactly. You just repeat. Why this? You've never been this mean to me any other episode. Yet once it's just us three, you immediately tackle me like I'm your opponent.
Because there's less variety, and I'm not going to insult Becky.
Aw.
You're right, because there's nothing to insult about Becky.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be lying.
Meanwhile, me, for some reason, I'm just... You look at me, you think, what can I say to insult this person in 10,000 different ways?
No, I say something, and you kick the door open on 1,000 ways to insult you. I would say open the door, but that's a little too gentle.
It's the same way as, like, each time I'm like, okay, I'm safe, and then people be like, "Oh, Becky," and I'm like,
Would you be nice to me for once?
if it was my people, probably.
I could, but I'm afraid the bitchiness would turn into bile and kill me.
What? I'm sorry. You're gonna need to put that into simpleton words.
I'm pretty sure my biology is the same as Roger, American Dad, and I need to be a bitch at all times, or else I'll die. Or, something.
Trust me, you nailed that very, very well. Oh, I can't decide whether I want to scream at you or laugh at myself.
Well, not both.
I mean...
Why? Just, why? Why are you being so mean to me? Why? Just why?
I've already told you, because there's no one else.
What if there was fours in here?
Then I'd be giving her shit just as much.
That
What?
is true.
I mean,
Wait,
Cameron's not in here, so I can't give him shit about being an incorrigible douchebag.
Well, okay. So, what's your insult? What's your gripe with me? Because Forrest is a friend. You don't like Cam. What's in it? What's in it with me?
First of all, I only pick on my friend. Second of all, I feel like it's my civic duty to point out when people are being douchebags. And if you gatekeep jazz, there's no redeeming yourself. You're a douchebag. As for my gripe with you, it's not really a gripe so much as, kick the door open.
Yeah, it's like kick
Well,
the
so-
door open
I mean,
about
if
Becky's.
If the opportunity is there, I'm gonna take it.
Also, thank you for referring to me as your friend, possibly unintentionally. Also you, Becky.
I think
Yeah, but no one's getting hurt.
I'm getting hurt by your lack of common sense and anger management.
Hey, I have a lot of common sense.
If you did, you would have stayed away from me a long time ago.
Well, workplace hazard.
The workplace hazard?
Yes.
How am I a workplace hazard? Come on now.
I mean,
Do you really want him to open that door, Pork?
No, not again. No, not again.
worked with a lot of people. Only got one really big boat story.
Shut up! That's it. Oh my god!
Is that it?
You are the worst. You are the worst.
You're the one that made
toxic radiation.
Hey,
linked
how can I be
to
the worst?
right next door.
Pork.
I don't have a really big boat.
Oh my lord.
Pork,
My
you're
God,
the
that's
one who-
2 in under a minute. I am on a roll.
You're the one who
Screw
opened the
movie
door,
review.
Pork.
This is 40 minutes of as insulting me.
Well, if you want,
We already reviewed the movie. Everyone knows that Prince of Egypt is amazing.
It lasted less time than the amount of time that you've been insulting me.
Well,
let's go for
you're the one who made the title of this episode a really big boat.
I did not make the title, and shut up.
You inspired it.
Boat. It was a boat. It was my thought process. It was a fair point.
It wasn't just any boat.
It was a really big
What
boat.
kind of boat?
I know
Thank
what
you,
you're
Becky.
Becky.
I was about to ask what kind of boat it was.
Well, you know what, Pork, if it makes it easier and if it makes you happy, we could do a no Becky to round this up. Sound good?
That's it. As I'm force feeding you a mid-filled Hershey's chocolate, dark chocolate.
I mean, joke's on you. I can't be a psychopath. Psychopaths don't know they're crazy. I know there's something wrong with me.
I just like mid-filled dark chocolate Hershey's Kisses. What is wrong
Didn't
with
I
that?
just say something about psychopaths and not knowing they're crazy?
I'm not crazy. You have no certificate of proof. You have no proof at all.
Oh, so now I need a doctor's note to prove that you belong in the loony bin?
I don't belong in the loony bin. I am very high.
I feel like you should be the one with the note here.
I am very high functioning.
So should we get a few old Becky's and then end it from here?
No, dude, this is entertaining. People actually want to watch this because they enjoy me being suffering.
And they enjoy me getting flustered.
Oh, Becky, you know you like the sound of my voice.
Oh, Becky. Don't you just want to get in bed with Az?
And you took it too far.
That's my way of getting back at you.
I mean, shit. Props, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Props.
Mm.
I got back at you. You know I did. Accept it and give Becky what she wants.
To quote HAL 9000 from 2000: A Space Odyssey. 2001: A Space Odyssey? 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yes.
I'm afraid I can't do that, Dave.
Well, you know what you can do? Fluster Becky. Make everyone else happy.
Well, I can fluster just about anything that can fog a mirror.
I could fog a mirror. You can't fluster me, and you don't want to.
You're right. I don't want to.
Because of obvious reasons. You shouldn't in the first place.
Alright. Thank you for listening to our podcast. We hope you enjoy it. And if you do, smash that like button, destroy that notification button.
Pork lives at 1438 Limberwood Drive in Temecula, New York.
I do not live in New York.
Hit
Absolutely
the subscribe
not.
button and don't forget to share. And as always, Az, take it away.
Az accidentally
We are-
doxed himself.
We are watching you sin.